Hello once again, Monster Hobbies Model Car Garage Mechanic. How are you doing today? I bet a lot of you weren't expecting me to start up a live stream again. I know it's been forever. But hey, guess what? The wife's at work and the kids are at school, so there's no interruptions. How do you like that? Okay, anyway. So, just wanted to say hello to everybody again. I don't know if I'm going to do this as a regular thing, but today, Tuesday, is Newsday, and I can already see somebody's joined. So hello up there. If you want to join the chat, just click on in. Yeah, we're starting to get some people. That's good. I did this over at the official Monster Hobbies YouTube channel, and I got 3 people that watched the entire time. So I'm glad some of you guys are out here. All right, so now I don't know. This is kind of going to be a little bit of a mixed topic video, not necessarily just straight out model cars. So I did I did this on the official YouTube channel. So just to let you know. Okay, so what I'm doing on the official YouTube channel, in case any of you guys are actually over there. So this is the channel should be Monster Hobbies High River, Alberta, some Canada, I think. That's the official Monster Hobbies YouTube channel. So what I'm doing over there is okay, so this is kind of complicated. I have 3 YouTube channels. Actually, I've got 6, but I've got 3 that I want to focus on. So I've got this channel, which is the Monster Hobbies Model Car Garage. Thank you for being a subscriber on there and a supporter to our channel. So there's that one. The second one is the official Monster Hobbies YouTube channel. So that one is because I'm a store as well as just a guy on YouTube, right? So that channel over there is all about like the store stuff. So like when new shipments come in of whatever, that's where I'm open up the box and show everybody, hey, I just got this great big box from Stevens International, one of my wholesalers, and guess what's inside it? Oh, it's, I open it up. It's like, here's a model car, here's a monster model, here's something from the military stuff, whatever. That's where I do that. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get more people over here and more people to the departments. So the official channel has everything. Well, almost everything. There's exclusive stuff here too. So talk about that in a minute. So the official channel has everything. It's now going to become the hub, like a wheel, the center wheel, and a spoked tire from the 20s or something, right? So that's where people are going to go to see Monster Hobbies, the store. But now keep in mind, there's going to be videos over there about like the model cars, as well as airplanes, military figures, and a whole big mess. Now, the reason why I have the Monster Hobbies Model Car Garage channel is, of course, for all you Monster Hobbies Model Car Garage mechanics. Now, the thing with that is that this channel showcases only model car stuff. And I also want to try to put like the Cub cars on here. I'm not sure if people want me to put slot cars on here because I've got a whole big thing about racing slot cars. So, and building the tracks. So if that interests you, let me know in the comments down below once this becomes a serious video and not a live stream. Or you can, join our chat and let me know. So anyway, um, yeah, so there's that. So that is what's going on at monster-hobbies.ca. So the website ties in with that YouTube channel. They mesh each other. Now, what I'm trying to do is on all the videos, because I've got unboxing videos there for model cars. So at the end of the video, I'm not putting on any of the model car videos like I do on this channel. So like when I point in the corner, it's like, check out this video next. At the end screens on each video, you'll see like a video pop up for a 72 Dodge or something like that. On the official channel, when I do that, I've got a video now that comes across that basically is from this channel, the Model Car Garage, saying why they should subscribe to the Model Car Garage. And then down here, when the image shows up, the it's not a subscribe button anymore. It's now a button that takes you to the Model Car Garage channel. So what I'm trying to do is if people don't want to see a Warhammer video and then a model car video and then whatever else, they can just now subscribe to the Model Car Garage channel from the hub, which is the YouTube official Monster Hobbies YouTube channel. Now that hopefully will get more people over here. So that's good. More people that would just want to see the model cars. Now, the third channel I have is the Madcap Romanian channel. And a lot of people have seen that one. But as you know, like the three channels are just showing the same unboxing video. The title is a little bit different or something like that. So I don't know what to do with the Madcap one because I'm getting monetized for that one as well as this one. So both channels together are combining to give me $100 a month from YouTube revenue. So I don't really want Madcap to go away, but I don't really know what to do with Madcap because it's not a store channel. It was me messing around in 2002 and I created that channel for fun. Then it became a store channel and then it got monetized. So then it was like, okay, well, I want to keep this going for the store videos that I was making a lot of because I mean, I need to eat and part of the views on YouTube help me to eat, right? So, and now it's just become like, what do I do with this thing? Because I'm not making like the movies I was in 2008. I really want the Monster Hobbies official channel to be where people are finding me now and not like this channel I was fooling around with like in 2008 that has no purpose. So anyway, so I'm trying to move people along off those other two channels onto here, the model car garage, or building the hub so that it's got the same subscriber base and watch time hours so that it also gets monetized. So then I got three channels that are monetized, and eventually like the Monster Hobbies model dungeon and the other ones that that are out there that are also these department things. So on a monster video on the hub channel, I want people to go over to the Monster Hobbies model car garage. Or sorry, the Monster Hobbies monster model dungeon. But that's the goal. Okay, so that's where I am with this channel. This channel has exclusive content on it. It also has so that you can become a member, which you can't on the hub because the hub's not big enough yet to offer that. So you can always show your support that way by joining the hub. Up by joining here at the model car garage. Oh my goodness, I'm so confused. Okay. And I've got videos on here. Like when I hit 100 or 1,000 subscribers, I did that special unboxing, which was the Renault Taxi by ICM. And then I did another special unboxing. And then I've got like the Switcher's car. And there's a dozen or more on here that are not on the hub channel. There's also all the tips and techs and all that other stuff that are here that are not over there. So again, if you are on the official Monster Hobbies YouTube channel and you click and you come over here, you're getting so much more over here for model cars than you ever would over there, including like me building stuff and my dad's and my models in the show and tell thing. You're not getting that over there. You're just getting those unboxing videos. Kind of like, the watered down version of what you want to see in the garage, right? That's what you're getting over there. So anyway, okay, so there's that. So next up is on our website, www.monster-hobbies.ca. We are upgrading that because that's kind of falling behind with all these YouTube videos. I am currently putting on these Bugs Bunny baseball cards from 1991. And if you haven't actually checked out our collector cards, I'd recommend doing that. I've got a whole ton of NASCAR ones and like classic vehicles and all kinds of things that might help you with your builds. Hard to say, right? So there's all of that. But what I've done is I've added in a banner across the top for our Build a Monster contest. Now remember that the Build a Monster contest has actually two categories in there for model cars and whatnot. So one of them is the Totally Wild, where you can put in all your Ed Roth cars and that sort of thing. And then another one is Creepy Cars, which are the more kind of serious cars. They don't have the big monster figure out of them. But like that's where your Ghostbusters Ecto 1A goes, your James Bond, you know, car. and General Lee, and you can even have the four-door Chevy from the show. you know, you know the show. Anyway, I I got a phone call downstairs. That's fine. They can leave a message. Okay, and then the other thing is, yeah, so all that is over on the Monster Model Dungeon channel. And we have a shout out to Papa Dan and Colonel Reb for hosting last month's 2022 Deformed Cartoon Group Build. Okay, hold on. Oh, it's my mom phoning. Okay, so I can hear the answering machine all the way down there. All right, no worries. I'll just check her message there later. Okay, so yeah, the Build a Monster contest. You can learn more about that at www.monster-hobbies.ca, and that's got all the descriptions in there. Okay, so now let's talk about something that is kind of pertaining to this channel. So what I've been doing is I've been watching, of course, the HPI guy. Everybody loves the HPI guy, right? So, and I've also been watching the AMT Round 2 announcements. So I've been trying to see what I have in my own collection here that I might be able to build, because I'm not gonna like, HPI guy, he gets model kits directly from the manufacturers, right? Because he's been in the game longer than I have. And he's also American, so maybe that helps out too down there. I don't know. I mean, I'd love it if I got some stuff sent out. I'd review that in a heartbeat. Anyway, so whatever. But I've noticed that AMT has a bunch of kits that are coming out that are from these older ones that I've unboxed in my own personal collection. Like here, hang on. So one of them that's coming out. Now I've got this one. This is from, I think, 1995. I remember right. 96. How's that for memory? This one's from 96, but it's coming out again as a Coca-Cola variant. So, I mean, like, wouldn't be too hard to take the current Coca-Cola decals and just slather it on this. It's basically what they're doing anyway. But at any rate, so that's coming out. So what I'm thinking is maybe I can build some of these models, because like it'll take me longer than it does HPI guy, because HPI guy uses acrylics and he's got an air compressor and an airbrush inside his basement. Mine is outside in the cold. So I'm stuck to the elements. So what I want to try to do is, and I'm using enamels. So as you know, enamels take at least 3 or 4 days to dry, and probably about a lifetime, like 75 years, to cure properly. No, anyway, just a joke there. But what I'm going to try to do is I want to try to build the older versions of the kits. And then when the new version releases, you've at least seen a video on how to build it, how I'm going to build it. And you can still watch HBI Guy. That's fine. Yeah. Hey, Frankie, how's it going? Glad you like the model. I've unboxed it. If you want to see it, just go through the video backlog. Oh, so I've got a whole bunch of new videos coming out that are the unboxings. Hang on, someone's phoning again. I hope it's not like. Sorry to. Got to hear this. Okay, I don't hear anything there, so that's probably one of those bogus solicitor calls, because they never leave a message. I think it's in their policy not to leave a message anymore, but it's kind of sucks because you don't know really, like, I wish I'd leave some kind of message so I could just ignore it, so that I know I need to ignore it. Anyway, okay, where was I now? Building models. Yeah, so I'm going to try to see if I can get ahead of HPI guy's curve a little bit because I got a bit of an inside track as to what's coming out that I don't know if he has that inside track. But at any rate, I don't know, it doesn't matter. And well, I mean, I can't get the new kits like that. So even though I'm trying to build some of these, I don't know if I can really catch the HPI guy there because like my stuff's old and he's getting brand new direct, and then like I just happen to have this kit that's coming out. If I didn't, I couldn't make that video, right? That's what I'm trying to get at. And kind of same with right on replicas. Um, Try to do some of this before they do their version of it. I guess that's kind of the new game. Pole position. Who can get ahead of the other guy? I don't know. Or should I just build models because I want to? Let me know in the comments below when this becomes a real video. Um, oh, yes. So, upcoming videos. I have pretty much almost run out of my 1/25th scale model cars to unbox because I was trying to do this from 1920, whatever, all the way up to now. And I stop at the year 2000 with the PT Cruiser. So in November, I have to switch to a different scale or something. So that's going to be interesting. So I do have other scaled models, bigger stuff, smaller stuff. But my whole goal was to show everybody my entire collection as best I could, with the exception of models that are like half built in the box, because I've got almost as much of those as I have of what's fresh in the box. That's quite a lot. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. And then the other thing I want to do is, of course, the whole model car museum thing. So I got to figure out what's that going to be involved with. And I kind of wish I still had my physical brick and mortar store because I'd be building that stuff for that. But here in the house, I mean, I can't really lay it out in my living room because it's already full of all the stuff from the store. So that never helps. I don't know what to do. But any suggestions would be good. Any donations would be good. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But I do have talking about exclusive videos. I have one on here that's coming up, and I don't know. I did it as a tongue-in-cheek video with Danny the dog. It's pretty funny. I think it's funny. You might not. That's what I worry about. That's what keeps me up at night. No, anyway. But what it is the Chrysler Dodge Caravan. Now I got this model kit given to me by the guy that used to own. Okay, so Monster Hobbies bought out a hobby shop called Johnny's Hobbies. So what happened is we started in the flea market back in 2004. That's where we got our grand beginning. And it's unfortunate that the flea market isn't there anymore because I'd probably, with closing down this brick and mortar, I probably would have gone back to the flea market just to try to reboot because it was in Calgary as well. It's a bigger market. I would have tried to reboot it, but they closed that whole flea market thing down like basically 2 years after I moved into High River to start my business. So this is about 2006. So sadly, I can't get back into there. And there is another flea market, but they're like, we want to make sure we're 100% what, and like they're so disciplined that just a guy like me can't drift in there and start up. And they want the same amount of rent, actually more than what I was paying for a 1,700 square foot building. So forget it. I don't care how good you think your flea market is. Forget that. Um, yeah, I could sell on a bench outside my house if I wanted to. Actually, I'm not covered for that, but anyway. So instead, I go online. But yeah, it kind of would be nice to start again because I do miss talking with customers for sure. But yeah, so I mean that's always something. But yeah, starting up the Monster Hobbies Model Car Museum would be good. I did get a paper route. My kids and I have paper routes now. So that gives me a little bit of money and gets me out in the sunshine and coming up the 30 feet of snow that we get minus 40, walking around with newspapers. Hey, you want your newspaper? Like, that's going to be fun. Actually, I don't know. I guess it will be. But yeah, so all that kind of stuff is just happening right now. And like I said at the beginning, I had a tooth pulled out, or maybe I didn't tell you. I had to get a molar pulled out because it actually rotted down into the gum line. Do you want to see that? For Halloween? I got it. They gave it to me. Woo-hoo-hoo. Stick around. Oh, wait. That was something else in there. The painkillers they gave me that my wife never told me they gave me. How's that for? Yeah. I don't know if you can see all this. Okay, if this is, it makes you queasy. Oh, I know what I was talking about. Hang on a minute. So there's like all my tooth pieces they pulled out. So that was fun. I had to get stitches in my mouth and everything, but now when I talk, it's all funny because my tongue wants to go out the hole. Okay, so anyway, this Chrysler Dodge Caravan model. So I got this as like when I bought Johnny's Hobbies after the flea market, because we opened up our booth and then he was already there and we got some stock off him originally. And then he had some issues and he had to close down. So we bought him out. And then we started the bigger monster hobbies. And then we moved down to High River and, carried on, and 2013 flood and then COVID. And now here I am online doing all this. But at any rate, so these Dodge Caravans were part of that package deal of the stuff we ended up getting and buying them out. And they were trade-ins from somebody, or he had a resin little thing he was doing, like making resin casts of things. So it might have been him too. I don't know the full details. But anyway, he had like 10 of these things and he took the police light bars out of all of them because this was a highway, or not the Highway State Patrol, the Ohio one. That was the Ford, but this is whatever the other one was. So all those lights are clipped out of it. So so this is just a stock Dodge Caravan. Well, primarily who drove stock Dodge Caravans or vans throughout the 90s really was soccer moms, right? So that's kind of the joke about this video, is that it's like the soccer mom van, right? And I got a soccer mom van song, and you know, it's all tongue in cheek. It's all meant to be funny. But in this current state of our world, how many people are going to find it funny? So that is one exclusive video that's on this channel only, and not the other two channels. But we'll see. I might have to totally remake that video and do it all straight. Like, hi, this is a Dodge Caravan, and it's all pretty boring. And here's Danny the dog now to talk about the instructions, and he's not going to be funny this week. And then at the end, I'm going to be boring again. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty fun. I even added in some memes into that about Dodge Caravans and stuff, and soccer moms, and it should be good. It should be pretty funny. But again, I might have to pull it. So just like my tooth, and it would hurt. So just to let you know. But yeah, no, I mean, it should be pretty funny. Anyway, I wonder if maybe I should talk back here to type back to Frankie. Oh yeah, and then the other thing I want to do is, remember when I was doing these live streams back in the past, and I was working on that Ford Coca-Cola van, and then I started working on the 30 Packard, and then like it didn't really work to do this as a live stream because I've got to paint a model, and I can't do that in this room. And I don't have a camera set up. Like, I'm not doing this on a cell phone. I'm doing this on a studio, I've got the camera here. Hang on, let's see. No, I don't want to move it. I don't want to move it. I got my microphone down here, and then I've got a tower computer from it's running Windows 7, which is amazing. Like I've been watching a bunch of YouTubers, and I know with what's his name? Lucas C, the Lucas C channel. He did a video about how his computer crashed, and I mean that's terrible. I hope he gets that fixed. But I was thinking about like years ago when I had the hobby shop, right after the High River flood, when everyone was helping us out, helping us get back on our feet. One of my customers came in and he's like, "Oh, I've got a computer and it's a gaming computer, so it's got like the extra stuff in there to, because gaming computers are all about the graphics, right? So it's got graphic cards and I think it's got an extra memory card in here. I haven't been able to tap into it yet. But at any rate, it's got all this stuff, right? And I got this computer in 2013 and it was a secondhand one then. So that guy bought it new, put the stuff in. So I don't know how old this thing authentically really is. And yet in all this time, this tower computer I have is the only one that's never crashed. It did get a bit of a virusy thing, and that was my daughter got I guess it's like a GoPro camera, or maybe it is a GoPro. Or was it her? Anyway, one of my kids got this camera. Oh no, it was my youngest daughter. She saved her money up and she bought this little camera. Well, the camera had this stupid thing in it that was like when you install the program to get the camera, right? You buy a brand new camera, you shove it in USB port, and that program comes up and goes, "Would you like to install this camera?" And you click yes, and then it goes through this big, and then your camera's installed. This one had this stupid splitter virus thing in it. And what happened is it would it, I don't know what this splitter thing was designed for, the program itself. But what happened with it is that it glommed onto my video editing software. Always check your video lineup for what's in the box and build videos to see a good representation and options of what a kit is all about. Thank you. So anyway, this program, this duplicating program thing, locked into my editing software. So whenever I was uploading like all these what's in the box videos, and I'd take my footage from my camera and then I'd put it in my editor so you could see all the things, right? So then I start editing. And in the corner where it's got the little icon, when you click on the corner down below in the menu and it's got the thing of all your software that's installed, right? And it's got like your memory card. If you plug it in, it shows you where it is so you can eject it and all that part. So this little icon for the Duke doubler thing, which looked like a squid, you'd see like one of those in there, and then there'd be two, and then three, and then four. And then by the time you were like 5 or 10 minutes into editing your video, the editing software would just jam up and you'd look down there and it would be full, like right up with like 100 of those stupid little icons in there. And it would just duplicate itself and duplicate until the editing software went, "Oh, I got to stop. I can't do this anymore." So it took me like days, well, maybe like at least a day per video, because I could only edit up to a certain point. Then I'd have to, and I'm saving all along, edit one thing, save, edit one thing, save, edit one thing, save, cut a sliver off the front of this video, save, delete that sliver, save, because it would just done. So that was the only virus thing this thing ever got. And I found out finally how to uninstall that. Oh, yeah. And then if it got too blocked up, I'd have to shut down the editor and then start it, clear off, because it would allow me to clear all the duplicates off, clear all those off, and then restart the editor again and then get the other little half. And I couldn't save a long video. Like if it was 45 minutes or something, it wouldn't save because the duplicator thing would just, and then I'd get the big ba-dong. We can't save this. There's something corrupt, you know. So then I'd have to cut the video in half and then edit the one half and then edit the other half and then have them as two separate videos and then merge the two together in a completely brand new editing. Just a nightmare, eh? So finally I found, I don't know how I found it, like through my control panel or something. I was just clicking around here one day and I found it's like, do you want to uninstall this stupid program? Because I couldn't find that before, right? So I went, yes, uninstall. Bang, that was it, fixed. Now my editor works perfectly. But like Lucas C, he's having all the problems with his computer. And I think Pete was as well, because he got a new phone or some cell phone to record and something was going on there. And he's trying to upload his stuff and that's disappearing. I remember him saying that, going into YouTube no man's land. So I'm kind of lucky that this one tower, okay, knock on wood, running Windows 7 has not imploded yet. And my hard drives have not imploded. And none of the stuff that I bought has had a problem with it, other than that duplication thing that one time, which thankfully is gone. So I don't know. But yeah, so I guess that's the state of Monster Hobbies Land. 30 minutes in. Not too exciting, is it? Yeah, and I mean, a lot of these things I was live streaming before, I don't, with this window here. I mean, look at that. That's like white hot light coming through my fingers disappear. See? This isn't like some effect. This is actually like my window open. Oh, but one thing I did do is I got rid of all the well, I didn't get rid of. My daughter, there's a desk. Actually, you can see the desk now. Look at that. See, there's a chair. Okay, wait, there's the chair. I got the vacuum cleaner handle there. Somehow the vacuum migrated in here, but there's that desk right there. That desk was a school desk that my uncle had. It used to be white and the top was white. And in the 90s or the 80s, I guess, late 80s, remember when that, the concrete spray paint, that stuff, it's supposed to be flex stone. That had just come out brand new. That was the newest thing. So my dad and I redid that desk because my dad, he worked for the telephone company, but he had a hobby doing woodworking. And I guess I'm inheriting all these tools, which I don't know where I'm putting. He has like a 4,000 square foot house, and I've got a 12,000 square foot house. So, the math does not work out with where does this stuff go? Anyway, so we did the flex stone on that, on the faces, and then we put on an arborite top on there. So that's where my daughter does her homework. So she wanted that desk. And of course, the magic card binders are like right at the edge of my chair, all the way out to there. So we rearranged this room a bit. And I've been selling the role playing game books online. And that's a big stack of heavy books. So I'm glad that's going. And they're all going to Quebec. And I'm out here in Alberta. That's really weird. That's the weirdest thing. All this stuff that I'm selling is going back east. And I had a Yukon, made a sale to the Yukon, but there's nothing local except for the guy that bought some model cement the other day. Because I can't ship cement and glue because that becomes hazardous material to Canada Post. And that means I got to ship it UPS or FedEx or one of those guys. And that's going to be a bigger price tag. So, yeah. Oh, what's this? Jennifer is saying a member for getting rid of viruses, but a member for who? Who are you being a member of? Anyway, well, I've got. Oh, that's the other funny thing. I've got 3 antivirus software programs in this computer because I had a customer that really liked Avast, which is like, yo ho ho, Avast, we're saving you from being pirated, whatever. I don't know what their gig is. He signed me up on the free version of Avast. There's that tooth again. Avast. the free version of Avast. I don't like having a missing tooth. Okay, anyway, so that's a tortoise. We got a tortoise walking around in the cage. Um, I don't know if you heard that. It was a squeal. Tortoise shell on glass. Anyway, so Avast, it keeps telling me, okay, this free version, it keeps going on there and it says, your free version of Avast is about to expire. And you're going to get all hacked up the yin yang by this and that. And, you're being tracked and all this other crapiola, right? As soon as it runs out, it refreshes itself and says, you've just got yourself, and it's like this infinite loop of free Avast. Oh, Jennifer is saying, don't use Avast. Use the Windows free. It's as good as anything. Okay, so I have Avast, I have Norton, and I've got another one. So whatever Avast is not catching, Norton is catching. Whatever Norton isn't catching, this other thing is catching. So it's like they all work off each other, and it's just crazy. I don't know even what's going on anymore. All I know is that, well, hopefully I'm not getting pirated. Even then, like, oh, okay, it's been awful for a number of years. I don't know. But even then, I mean, I got nothing interesting anybody wants to hack in here. Like, oh, used to be a techie. Okay, cool. Yeah, I got nothing interesting. Do you want to hack an image of this? Ooh, like, yeah, okay, whatever. You want to see where I've gone? My website, YouTube, Facebook. Want to see what I'm watching on Facebook? Ah, maybe a political video, maybe something about Canadian politics. Um, your guys's videos. uh, boring. Like, I've got nobody's banking information over here. Nothing. It's just dull, boring garbage. Malicious software you have to watch for, which is why Defender is good enough. Oh, the other one is Malware or whatever, which again, I think, I don't know if this is true. Okay, well, Jennifer can tell me. Wasn't that whole malware thing set up so you would have malware because malware was the virus? Malware bytes, yeah. Is that what it is? Because somebody said that a long time ago. It's just stuck in my mind that malware bytes is actually a virus or something. I don't know. Yes, they are great for removing malware. Okay. So, but do I have the right thing? Or do I have the actual malware virus? I don't know. It's the one that looks like the image from the Wu-Tang Clan. I don't know if you remember that, but yes, but it's better for removal than protection. Okay. Yeah, all right. I don't think I've ever got hit with malware. Of course, there's no like announcement saying, "Hi, you've been hit by malware." Like anyway. Yeah, so glad everyone's sticking with me. 6 people watching this video so far. Three thumbs up. That's a 50 percentile. That I guess is better than a fail. Anyway, I don't know. Like, yeah, when I had the old store, I had a malicious software. Yeah. When I had the old store, of course, I had a lot of customers that were veterans from previous, well, Canadian military veterans, I guess. Okay. I hope you get better. um, yeah, so I had customers that were veterans, and then I had customers that were like computer software guys. So, and then I had veterans that were computer software people. So, whenever anything kind of went funny with a computer, it would be like in the next 5 minutes, someone would come up the stairs and be like, "Oh, we got a problem with the computer. Okay, hang on a minute." Fixed. And be like, "Oh, thanks. What was it? Oh, it was this. Don't worry about it." Okay, good. So one guy installed the Avast, but like you said, that was years ago, right? And it just keeps refreshing itself. So I don't know. Is Avast really? Avast really finding issues with my computer, or is it just saying, "Oh, there might be an issue. Send us more money so you get the more expensive Avast," and then it goes and fixes itself on the free one again, and I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, I'm more concerned with like trying to get my website growing and making YouTube videos. Avast, Avast meteor. Would you like some internet software? Would you like us to scrub your hard drive? I'll get out the boys. Her. I like that scene in the original Pirates of the Caribbean, eh? Yeah, and they're all skeletons. That'd be the Monster Hobbies, a vast crew. All the skeletons, eh? Skeleton pirates. Hey. Oh boy. Swabbing me hard drive. Anyway. Okay. What more can I say? I read the list, and the list said, say hello. Then tell them about the updates to the YouTube channel, which was the other channel. The updates to the website, the Build a Monster contest. Shout out to Papa Dan and Colonel Reb for hosting the 2022 Deformed Group Cartoon Group Build. And I did all that. I did it. I survived the race. You guys listened to me the whole time. You survived as well. That's great. Pat it. Everybody gets a pat on the back and a round of applause. Yeah. Anyway. So what's everybody working on for model kits these days? I'm about to actually, talking about enamel paint. Let's have a little enamel paint rant on my end. Okay, so I am building a model kit that has been shown on the AMT channel that's coming out, and I don't know yet if HBI guy has this model and he's working on it now, but I am because I had the older release. So I'm working on this. So I wanted to paint the thing gloss light gray. And this is a paint that I use for like the Starship Enterprise model kits that I do because it's the right color, I think. So I wanted to put it on this particular model car, and the paint was at the bottom of the can. So it siphoned up when I sprayed it, sprayed fine, but it siphoned up all that junk from the bottom of the can and the dried up paint in the straw and whatever was in the nozzle, and just shot all this garbage right on top of the model car. And it wasn't that bad. And then I cleaned the nozzle and everything, and I sanded down some of the junk from the spray paint, and I thought, okay, I'll give it a second coat, and hopefully this, because I cleaned the nozzle and everything, hopefully the second coat will be fine. It blew more crap all over it. So it's like, oh, great. So I thought, okay, well, it's got 2 coats of paint on there, and I have those old LGM polishing cloths. So I thought, okay, I can sand the paint and then I can polish it and have a real glossy finish on the top, right? So I started using the sandpaper and it cut right through into white plastic. And it's like, great. So I stripped the whole thing down, and now I'd run out of paint, and I thought, okay, I'm not going to try to use that gray again because it's at the bottom of the can. So that's just inviting trouble. So I painted it a whole different color. First coat went on really nice, but because I stripped the model, it kind of opened up the sandpaper scratches a little bit. So the first coat you could see like all my cross sanding lines in the hood and the trunk and the roof and down the sides. And it was just sort of like the paint had absorbed right into all the scratches, and it didn't gloss or anything. It just kind of went. So I thought, okay, well, that's all right, because I'll just let it dry for 3 days and I'll paint another coat on the top. So I painted another coat on the top, and it was good, but what did it have? It had a couple little areas where Oh no, when I painted the second coat, I thought, okay, I'm fine with the nozzle, but the nozzle got more of that crap in it again, right? The semi-dried paint. So I painted it and it threw all that garbage out on it. And this is a different color. This isn't the gray that I used. Totally different color. Spread all that garbage out on there. And I was like, oh, come on. So I sanded it again with a new color, sanded a new color, and went in and cleaned the nozzle. And I tested a nozzle on, I'm spraying outside. So I sprayed my banister on my house. It's like the go-to place where I spray. One day I'm going to sand it all off and actually paint it with real paint. But anyway, so I tested it out and it all came out nice and clean. I went there and I sprayed the model, and now it's like little micro specks of dust. It's like, come on, what do I need to do to get a perfect paint job here? When I did the cartoon group build for Papa Dan, just perfect, perfect. This garbage. It's like, oh, come on, what is against me here in the world that's making this thing not work? So what I'm going to try to do, this now has 3 coats on it. So maybe with the 3 coats, I can use the LGM cloth and carefully polish out the dust on the top. And it's just like, all I need to do is finish this body, bare metal foil it, and it's ready to go, right? Install the glass and everything, the chassis and the interior and all that. And it's ready to go, film it. And I've got it out before HPI guy does, or possibly right on replicas, right? Ready to go. Paint issue, paint issue, paint issue. It's like, come on, I can't build these things 8 months in advance. I don't even know what's going to be coming up 8 months in advance. I know maybe a month ahead or 2 months ahead of the next guy, but not 8 months. Come on. Do I build this thing perfect, or do I just like even forget trying to, polish it and just slap the BMF on there and call it a day? Like, man. And it sucks because the more delays that this is going on, of course, the more the other guys can catch up and release theirs. And then mine's getting 100 views and theirs getting the 15,000 or whatever, right? Like, I want to beat that a little bit because I'm kind of living off this YouTube monetization stuff. And I want to get paid, man, just from you guys watching this thing. Yeah. Frustrations that content creators got to come up with. Anyway, what's your struggles? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, I guess that's about it. So hopefully you guys can catch all my 125th scale videos. And yeah, check out the website, www.monster-hobbies.ca. Check out my other YouTube channels, like the official Monster Hobbies YouTube channel, which is Monster Hobbies High River AB, or Alberta, something like that. Anyway, until next time, I guess that's good enough. 48 minutes. Oh, my wife gets off work at 1. Guess who's sitting here at 12:47? I better get out of here. Okay. Thanks very much for watching this video and keeping up with Newsday is Tuesday. Listening to my tortoise in the background, probably getting sparks off that shell walking around close to the glass. Maybe one day I'll well, it's my youngest daughter's tortoise. Named him so yeah, tortoise gender. Here we go. Here's something. So tortoise gender. How can you tell a male and a female tortoise? You have to I'm going to say something, but it's not what you're going to think of it as something. You turn the shell over, and I know what your mind's going to right now, but you turn the shell over. So female tortoises, underneath the shell, it's either dead flat or it curves outward a little bit. And the male tortoise shells, they sink in. So we found out that the squirt is a female. And my other daughter has a gecko, leopard gecko. That's also a female. And of course, my daughters are females. and so's my wife. So where does that leave me? All alone, wishing I had a son. Anyway, okay, that's enough of that. So until next time, everyone, happy model building, and we'll see you in the next video. End the live stream. Oh, we'll see you later, Jennifer. Okay, ending now.